Hey, welcome back to the COBBLEMON series. Today's episode is going to be another big episode. We're first going to start working on our base area by adding some grass to the top layer and maybe start planning on what I'm going to build. I'm also going to focus on leveling our team a bit in hopes to start dex hunting next episode. And there's going to be one particular Pokemon that I want to keep an eye out for, which will make catching every Pokemon easier, along with making leveling up super easy as well. So stay tuned and see what we do with this wonderful world of ours. So like I said, the first thing that I want to do with this island is get a grass layer on top of the mycelium layer. I'm going to keep the big mushrooms there, for I think it adds a little bit of texture, you know what I mean? But those are probably going to come down later. But for right now, I'm going to mine a bunch of grass. I'm going to place this down that grass layer on top of the mycelium, and we'll go from there. So I started to collect some grass. I have a couple right here, but I remembered a super useful item for our backpacks that will make grass collecting a lot more easier per se, and that's the magnet upgrade, which we can make. We just need to get one more ender pearl. So I'm gonna try and find out what drops an ender pearl. I'm gonna try and go get one, and if I do, and once I do, we'll make this, and then we'll continue with the grass collecting and the grass placing. So according to the wiki, ender pearls really only drop from abras, ralts, sigiliths, elgiums, beldums, and pretty rare stuff, like not stuff that you really find in the wild. But because I'm me, there's an easier way. There's just an easier way of getting ender pearls, and that's just through villager trading. We're gonna get, sure, let's get 12. So now we have ender pearls for the rest of our world. Don't ever have to worry about it again. And yeah, let's go make that upgrade and let's start grass collecting. So after a little bit, I got about halfway through this main part, this main section. All of that grass right there was almost an entire backpack's worth, a diamond's backpack's worth. So it wasn't a bunch, but it was a lot. So here we are over at the snow village right next to Vaughn. While over here, I'm going to be looking for the particular Pokemon of Ralts. Yep, that's it, Ralts. And specifically, a male Ralts, so I could evolve it into a Glade. Glade is a wonderful Pokemon to have in your team. Number one, because it is a psychic fighting type, and it has just good coverage. Secondly, having access to fighting moves makes it one of the best Pokemon to have for leveling up your Pokemon to level 100. Say there's a strategy for having fighting type moves and a strong Pokemon in your team where you could level up easily, and that is where Glade is going to come in handy. Another thing about Glade is that he has access to false swipes, which false swipes allows you to knock down a Pokemon to 1 HP without killing it. So we're over here in the snowy village where it's also a snowy forest where Ralts has a chance to spawn. While I'm over here, I'm going to be leveling up my Pokemon. Say this is the perfect opportunity to try and get a Charizard with our Charmeleon. So after a while, I'll update you guys to see if I get a Ralts or if I level up enough to evolve Charmeleon into Charizard. So while leveling up, our Tepig is finally ready to evolve. Wow, look at him. Look at him in all his glory. So after a little bit of level grinding, I came across a Happiny here, which is a pretty rare. Oh my god, I need to get that Smoochum right now. I don't care about the Happiny. Hopefully I'll catch it. Smoochum has evaded me. Smoochum and Jinx have evaded me in my multiplayer server for so long now. I have not come across one of them in the 40 hours that I have spent on that server, and now I just come across a Smoochum here. I am more than thrilled. Say Smoochum, Jinx, and Mr. Mime. Those are the only 3 Pokemon that I need to finish the Kanto Dex on my other server, and I cannot find them. So I'm really glad that Smoochum spawned here. I am really glad. Holy cow, holy cow. And there we go. Say 2 pretty hard Pokemons. I did end up catching the Happiny too, so that's great. 2 very, very wonderful additions to the Pokedex that were troublesome on my multiplayer server, so that's very nice. Motherfucker, piss off! So after leveling a bunch and no luck on the Ralts, our Charmeleon is ready to evolve. So let's evolve him. Evolving him into Charizard gives us the ability to mount him and fly on him. So it's gonna... He's a pretty good mount. He's a pretty good mount to have. Wow. Wow. So yeah, anyways, I didn't really have any luck with finding the Ralts. So I decided to go back to grass collecting and actually placing the grass. And I just grinded it out. I got it all done. I'm not going to show getting all the grass because it was a lot. But yeah, we ended up finishing the whole island and we got some plans going on now. All right, so after a very long time of getting grass and after another very long time of placing grass, the island is finally filled with grass. Say this took a while. Oh man, this took a while. Just like that, the mushrooms are gone, so I'm gonna get to planning the base. So after some thinking, I do know what base I'm going to do. If any of you who are watching this watched my first attempt at streaming COBBLEMON, it's going to be the same build as that, but we're going to be putting the crown that we have to good use. Okay, we're going to be building the castle that I started in the streaming things, but I never got to finish. But we're going to be building that castle, and we're going to be building it right here. So it's going to be taking up most of this central space, and then we'll have this space behind here to do whatever we want with like the ranches and stuff and the COBBLEMON reading and whatever. But for right now, I'm not going to be building it on camera really. By next episode I might have some framework done, but nothing too major. It's gonna take a long time because I don't really have easy access to materials right now. But I have the idea, I have the template that I have in mind, and all that's left is to start placing some blocks. So but yeah, that's about it for this episode. Say we got our base plane, we got the island finished with the grass. So if you liked it, consider subscribing, consider liking, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode where we hopefully will have some more structure to the base.